Today we will be discussing H. pylori and how it causes chronic gastritis and basically everything associated with H. pylori and its significance, its diagnosis, and its pathogenesis. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here we have this little bacteria here. This is our H. pylori bacteria, and we know that the H. pylori bacteria is flagellated. Here we have the flagella. And one of the most common things about H. pylori is that we know that H. pylori has an enzyme. Can you recall? It has an enzyme known as urease. Okay? So H. pylori has urease. Okay? H. pylori also has another enzyme known as oxidase. H. pylori has two other virulent factors known as CAG-A and VAC-A. CAG-A is responsible for disrupting cell integrity and causing inflammation. So this would be CAG-A. And VAC-A would be this one. VAC-A is what causes apoptosis of the cells in our body. Okay? Now, let's talk about the stomach. You know the stomach is divided into various parts. We have the fundus, body, antrum, and pylorus. Okay, so in the fundus and body, so if we were to separate it like that, so this is the fundus, this is the body, and this is the antrum. So in the fundus and body, we have a high concentration of parietal cells. And we know that the parietal cells are what produce HCl or hydrochloric acid, whereas in the antrum, we have G cells. G cells are responsible for producing gastrin. And gastrin itself stimulates the parietal cells in the fundus and body. And I remember I said the parietal cells were responsible for producing HCl or hydrochloric acid. Okay, so here we're gonna do a zoomed out version of the stomach. So we're gonna do a zoomed out cartoon version of the stomach. So here we have the stomach cells. So this will be the stomach cells, really. And above the stomach cells, we have a layer of mucus. We have a layer of mucus. And above the layer of mucus, we have a layer of hydrochloric acid. Okay? So we have HCl in yellow, and we have the mucus in the grayish color, and just below that is the stomach cells. So here we have the H. pylori itself, the bacteria H. pylori. Now what H. pylori does is it's digested with the food that we eat. It comes into the stomach, fundus, body, antrum. Okay, so it comes into the stomach. So when the first layer that H. pylori reaches is the HCl layer, right? Now remember we said that H. pylori produces or has the enzyme urease. Now this urease will take ammonia, which is a byproduct of protein degradation, which is happening in the stomach cells. So the stomach cells will produce ammonia. And the H. pylori with its urease, the stomach cells will produce ammonium, and the stomach cell with urease will change that urease to ammonia. Now, if you don't know, ammonia is highly basic And with basic chemistry laws, we know that an acid and a base will equals a salt and water. So basically, this is neutralized. So neutralization happens. So H. pylori neutralizes the acid. It neutralizes the acid, and it eats away the acid. It eats away the acid. When it reaches the mucus, it also eats away the mucus until it reaches to the stomach cells itself. When it reaches the stomach cells itself, just like all gram-negative bacteria, which I forgot to mention that H. pylori was a gram-negative bacteria, just like any gram-negative bacteria, it attaches to the stomach cells by LPS, or lipopolysaccharide. Okay? When it attaches to the lipopolysaccharide, it has the two virulent factors CAG-A and VAC-A, which causes inflammation and apoptosis of the stomach cells. So it causes inflammation and apoptosis of the stomach cells right here. So this is what we call as an ulcer. An ulcer is the loss of the mucosa. So we have an ulcer right here in this area. So this is an ulcer. So this is how H. pylori causes stomach ulcers, really. And depending on where the ulcers happen, it can be the fundus, body, or antrum. You could have different pathologies. Like this video, or subscribe if you want me to talk about the different pathologies and where H. pylori targets and what it causes. Remember, if you want to see that, please like this video.